Hey.
Why are you saying hey to me with 2 Y's?
Hey is for horses.
No, that's like the sort of flirty hey. You had too long of a Y on the end. Chatterbox, tell me, what's going on?
You're trying to say are you trying to say I'm flirting with you?
I'm taken, by the way.
I know you only have one eye, but you better open it a little bit more and realize where you're standing right now, because I'll throw you off this building. God.
So you are flirting with me.
No, I'm yucking. Oh my God, Mickey, are you yucking serious? God. Okay. I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, and I'm gonna tell you everything here. So things have been great for a long time. You know, we got engaged and stuff like that. I think things were going awesome.
Oh, I heard the king and the queen of the clowns. Now, I'm not really one for, you know, monarchies and all that, but, you know, props to you guys.
Yeah, well, it was a good time. It was probably the best time of my life, and it seemed like she was like the happiest she's ever been in hers, and that just hits different, you know? But,
the king and queen. But as we all know, with every empire and monarchy, they all rise and they all fall. Cue Viva La Vida by Coldplay. So what happened?
I did this big thing for her proposal. It was a big yucking thing. I took her to the mines a long time ago when I was first getting to know her. So when I was proposing to her, I did the same thing. But I wanted to make sure I fully understood what I was getting myself into. And I think it backfired. It did, but it didn't. So she went to the mine, and you know how the mine forks into 2 different directions? I'm sure you've been in there before, right?
Actually, never been in there.
Well, it forks into 2 different tunnels. The left tunnel had my name on it. The right tunnel had Chang Gang's name on it.
Ooh.
And in the middle, I just left her a message saying that she needed to choose one tunnel and just go down one tunnel. It's not her choosing a gang or like necessarily picking a side, but just showing where her real priorities are. Just to show her priority. And she went down both. She claims that, and I believe when she says that she went down my tunnel first. But before she left there, she ended up going down the other tunnel to see what was down there.
Well, in a way, she mirrored exactly what she's done in life. She's gone down both.
Okay, I guess that's true, huh?
See, in a way, you forced a decision upon her, a decision that she had already decided. You thought that she would only go down one of the tunnels, but you already knew the answer to which tunnel she would go down, and the answer was both. Is that not her life?
But did I really know that, though? Maybe I was just too stupid to see it? That makes a lot of sense, Mickey. I think I was just too dumb to realize it.
I like to think that sometimes when I'm not, thinking about how I'd like to use this rooftop to parachute off of it to go down the building to our right, where then I would stage motorbikes on the 3rd tier level that you would then hop on and then jump across the building to the next building over with those bikes, kind of like in a Fast and Furious thing, like they did in was it in Dubai or whatever it was? When I'm not doing that and absolutely cooked out of my mind, I have my moments of brilliance.
Okay. Well, okay.
So she chose both.
Yeah. At the end of my tunnel was the adventure I put her on. She had to put a puzzle together to figure out where I was at. And she did that. But on her way out, she went down the Changang one to see what was down there, and she found a knife and a note. But the way I wrote down on the way I worded that note was not good. Writing is not my strong thing. I just learned how to read, for yuck's sake. But it said that to keep that knife, because eventually she's gonna have to kill me.
Oh no.
Because if Changang's the priority, well then what Mr. K tells her is the priority. You know what I mean? And Mr. K and me, we don't click. And he wants me dead.
Ah. So were you making this choice, this path in the tunnel, this path in her life? Was this decision brought about by your fear that at some point Mr. K would want you dead? Maybe even order her to be the one to do it?
Yeah, exactly. So I left the knife there because I felt like, if for her to kill me, because I'm not gonna kill her, you know what I mean? But I made it sound like I would, I guess, in that note. But I wouldn't have done it, because I can't. I can't go through that again, so I'd rather her just take me out. If Changang's the priority, then why not? Right?
I feel like you're hung up on this word priority. And, sometimes in life, going through things, it's not as simple or as clear cut. We often want things to be neat and organized, a hierarchy, if you will. But oftentimes things are a messy shade of gray, and we never know what things will be in between. If I was to look at this situation, I would say you're afraid that Mr. K, her allegiance to Changang might eventually cause her to turn on you. And make no mistake, don't ever let anyone disrespect the name that is Mr. K. He is that ruthless, and he is that capable. I don't care who it is. If they need to be killed, they'll be killed.
Yeah. Well, the one thing you don't understand is that it's not me in fear of him making her turn against me. It's him making her turn against herself.
Ah.
Because,
the plot thickens.
Well, Mickey, when I first met her, she was just straight up a Changang girl, but she was not necessarily happy.
Oh, yeah, I know how the song goes,
What?
Yeah, Changang girl, that she never had a grapeseed guy. Great song, amazing.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, the song I listen to in jogging. But don't you also see the problem that you imposed in your own fear that Mr. K might destroy what you saw? You've seen the same thing that I saw, Chatterbox. I've seen Raymond become more alive in this city than ever before as a result of her finding perhaps her true self. Hiccups. Cups. The clown. But don't you see the problem in your fear that Mr. K might have her destroy herself, that part of her that has awakened recently? You imposed a question that tried to destroy her past, to deny her that she was a member of Chain Gang.
That wasn't what I was trying to do.
But you see how it could come across that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd never make her leave, you know, but I think what I did there, it really stuck in her head in a wrong way that I didn't want. And now it's turned into these ocean dumpings that happen. Like, I remember we got engaged, but I don't like. Apparently, Sooty ocean dumped me and her because me and her were talking about it. And maybe it wasn't good. She just wanted both of us to forget about it. And then a bunch of other clowns got ocean dumped, which still we don't have no idea what happened. I washed up on the beach. She washed up on some like island and had to get rescued off of it. She had a brain bleed, and she hasn't been the same. Now she's like, she was at the fun house and she was talking to me. She was all yucked up, but she's arguing with herself now. It's like Cups is talking to Ray and Ray's talking to Cups, but they're not getting along.
Ah, I see.
But like when she's with people, she's just Ray, and she's kind of, you know, she doesn't know nothing. She has no idea who I am. She has no idea who a lot of people are that she's met recently. She only remembers like 5-6 years ago. But then when I'm hanging out with her and we're having fun, she remembers everything, and she's like, she's happy and stuff, but then she starts to, if things start slowing down, she starts to lose herself again and go back to the way she was. And the way she was, Mickey, it's not a bad version of herself. I shouldn't say, because I really liked her then too, right? But she's just broken and she wants to leave again. And she tried to leave. She's trying to leave. But then when her mind's in a good spot, when she's
trying to leave what?
She's the city, like she did years back. She ain't happy. She looks at me like she has no idea who I am. She's saying goodbye to people, and she's trying to go to the airport. Because that's what happened years ago when she was just with Chain Gang. Because she's empty. She just wants to feel wanted. She wants to feel useful and stuff like that. And, you know, the gang life is different, right? But then when we're doing stuff, she's not like that, right? She's like, her mind switches back. She doesn't want me to leave. She told me not to let her leave. No matter who I'm talking to, if it's Cups or Ray, I'm still talking to Raymond at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because I love Raymond. Cups is just an additional name to, you know, her.
Well, that's a good realization. To love someone is to love everything and where they also came from, their past and their potential future. Now, I don't want to bore you with the cliches of whatever 50 first dates or Hollywood tropes.
Why does everybody keep saying
I'll tell you this.
I've never seen these things.
I watched as the two of you went from enemies to lovers in a way that was unprecedented. If it's real, it'll happen again. There's no need to force it.
Yeah, I've come to realize that. I just kind of decided that I'm going to be involved with her because she seems to want me to be. I'm not going to try to force her to remember nothing. I'm just going to just be myself and just keep trying to be fun and funny like we were before, right? Maybe that'll... Like, even if she doesn't remember, that's okay with me, you know? But if I get the chance to do everything all over again in different ways, you know, I still win no matter what, right? And so does she if she's happy, right?
You remember that first feeling you have when you read a book? A really good book,
I
a
never
story.
read books.
Oh, right, you can't read. Watch a really good movie. Something so good that you wish you could almost forget it and live it again. That's the way you have to approach this. You can't try to fight to bring back memories. You have to create new ones. I feel like in a situation like this, if you claw at just trying to get her to remember the past, you won't necessarily have a future with her. I think the better course forward is to create new memories.
Okay. Okay, that's... Hey, the problem that we have still, though, is... Like, Benji tried to tell her that they have a kid together. He's, like, toying with her mind, which is making her not be in a good place.
Ah,
And Zaki tell her that her sister, April, abandoned her again. Which is not true.
yes. Enter the other actors stage left. Those who will then complicate this whole process of creating new memories. So you now
How
have
do we
a...
combat that?
So
Like,
what? You have a host of people who are... Wait. How long ago does she not remember?
He remembers 6 years ago.
Oh my god.
She remembers the cubby, Chang'an cubby, you know, that kind of stuff.
Well, then she needs to rely on the people that she's close to who will tell her the truth.
But they
People
don't.
like, what do you mean?
When she was in the hospital, like, Chang'an went in there trying to tell her that she was just a spy. Like, there was nothing with us. She was just trying to take us down from the inside. And then Vinny, luckily, came clean to her about it, but it still doesn't defeat the fact that they're still doing that. Carmela was telling her things that wasn't true, like she got bid on last at the auction and nobody wanted to bid for her. And she got the lowest amount, and just saying things like that. Zaki says, you know, her family's abandoning her. It's like things that are just awful. And then it makes it hard because then when I'm with her, her mind is like 6 years ago, Ray. Like, she feels like nothing and she's out of here. So I gotta stay there and I gotta like force her to come with me and we go and do stuff and then she's okay. And she starts acting like, you know, the Cups version of herself, right? Like the happy Ray. Like she starts feeling a little bit again, right? And starts having a good time and we have a good day. But I'm scared when I'm not around what's going to happen. It doesn't help that these other people are just taking advantage of her mind, right? And her in a low spot.
Right, so split mind Raymond can't remember all of her past. Sometimes she can.
But she can when she's with me. But she can't. It's like she can't when she's with other people. Like, you know Max, right?
Yes.
They're close. Like, they're like really good friends. And he got nothing from her. Like, nothing.
Oh my god, she doesn't know who Max is.
At all. But she doesn't know who I am, and then all of a sudden she does. It just turns on. She gave me the ring back and said, I don't, she said, you got, like, she made me promise that I won't give it back until she's fully herself again. Don't let her leave. She's staying at Kitty's house. And then I walked in there and I was gonna leave and she says, well, where are you going? You can't leave. And then she told Kitty that she loved me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's so, like, I don't know what to do, Mickey. I'm just so lost.
Well, it seems like people from her past are not exactly making this easy if they're, you know, telling her lies or half-truths. You need someone who you can trust who will actually tell her the truth.
Yeah, I do. I know Vinny's trying, and I'm shocked, but he's trying because he's showing that he wants the best for her because, you know, that's her dad and stuff, right? Thankfully, but who else, right? Like, Vinny doesn't have a backbone with Changang, it sounds like, and he won't really stand up to them for her. But you would, like... And you're creative, right? Like, you know how to talk to people, right? Like, if you would have called me and threatened me, you know, that wouldn't have worked. But you found a way, and I kind of respect that. For me to not do anything bad.
I want you to know I am the worst option in this case. But I might be your only option. I mean, there's clearly one person she should speak with, but I know her tour is incredible. She's not even able to come back here for a long time, which is Miss Foos.
Is she gonna come back?
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't think... Wait, April's not coming back?
Well, I don't know. Oh, here's something you should know about me. Very big pet peeve of mine. Many years ago, I used to just sort of abscond to Europe to go do party and drugs, and then I'd come back, show up to the city. Hey, everyone, what are we doing? Oh, Mickey only shows up to come around and destroy everything and fuck things up and then leave a week later. I hate that. Listen, people come and go in and out of this city, okay? We can't rely on who might be here tomorrow, who might be here next week. We make time and we make do with the people who are in the city now. I always have believed that. Anyone who does any of the lamenting or boring talk of who's going to be around, who's going to fly into the city today, tomorrow, next week, oh, I hate that.
That makes sense. Are you close with Yuno?
Oh, used to be.
Not anymore?
Not as much anymore. Why do you ask?
They're like Ray and Yuno, they're like related by, like, they're blood related, right?
Ah. Could be a decent option.
I mean,
Do you know the saying blood is thicker than water?
no.
And no one's ever said that to you?
No.
Ah. It's commonly misquoted, actually. A lot of people seem to think that blood is thicker than water is to suggest that your family is more important than, you know, say your friends. But the actual quote is blood of the covenant is thicker than water of the womb. It's to say that the blood of the people who you choose to be with is actually more important than your blood-related family. So, you want to know someone who's better to have her talk to than me?
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, again, you probably have to catch them at the right time and in the right context. And this is just the nature of them. And here's the key. Listen, I was in Changang. I know how it works. You want to know the secret? You can't have... A lot of them just... They listen to what Kay says.
Yeah.
But you need to get them without the presence and the pressure of Kay there. That's the secret. Taco Prince, Ramiel Ramen. She's always been close with them. Would guess she's closer to them than she is to Yuno.
Really?
Yeah. She used to be extremely close to Taco. That would be, in absence of April, I would say Taco is your best bet.
Okay. Okay, Mickey. All right.
And,
Okay.
besides Taco, what a sour situation. And a dire disposition that you are in, that your next best after, say, April or Taco would be probably me. I would say Yuno because she's probably... Actually, I don't know if she's closer to Yuno than to me, but maybe Yuno then at that point. But like I said, I think her relationships with, say, someone like April or Taco is certainly closer than... I don't actually really remember her and Yuno being that close.
Well, I know years ago Yuno was a gang member for I think in Buddhist crew, right?
Okay, well, we weren't... sorry, that was the Lang and Friends heist crew, and we were not a gang. We were a heist crew. Thank you so much.
You were a heist crew.
That's right.
Oh, Mickey, you've been calling me saying, oh, you're doing this and that. Oh, gangbanger, gang member. But you were doing the exact same bull with Buddha.
Oh, that's interesting because I was not peddling weed. Well, I did sell cocaine at one point, but I didn't know.
Wow.
Oh, this is great. Let me let Danny Ocean and all the characters in Ocean's 11 know that they're gang members and not bank robbers.
Okay, let them know. Just fucking whatever. Look, Mickey, this is my fault, right?
Well,
There's some people that say it's not, but I need you just to be straight up with me, because I need to know. Is this my fault?
yes. I think in your own fear that a ultimatum would be pressed upon Raymond by Mr. K, that you then press an ultimatum onto her. Whereas you would be worried that, say, Mr. K might present a situation or some sort of ultimatum that would remove the clown identity within Raymond. So, too, did you press a situation that, even if not intended, was challenging her identity as a member of Chain Gang.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If Ray truly feels like she doesn't belong in Chain Gang, that's her choice, not one for you to press upon her. I would know. I made that choice myself. And I made that choice because someone else forced an ultimatum on me.
Well, thanks, Mickey, for keeping it real. I understand now. I'm gonna try to do better. And if I lose her, I know I deserve to lose her.
No, you don't deserve anything in this. It's a complicated situation. While you're at fault, I understand your perspective. You might have to live with the reality of a Raymond that is both Chain Gang and the Clowns. That was a reality that you were scared of, that if it was challenged, what could happen? Why most great love stories are tragedies.
So what you're saying is I just need to accept it.
Yes. Think about it this way. If Chang'e is truly that valuable to her, for her identity, of her past, her old family, then if they're the ones that press, an ultimatum that splits her identity, are they really her family? And the same can apply to you.
Yeah, you're right. Like, yuck, Mickey, you're right.
Wait, did you never know why I left Chang'e?
No. Why'd you leave Chang'e?
Because as a test of my loyalty to the gang, I was handed a knife and I was told to stab Yuno. A dear friend of mine, my best friend at the time. That was when I realized the gang life wasn't for me.
They try to make you stab Yuno?
That's right. Ah, now you must be asking, will that day come? Will Mr. K present a knife to Raymond as a test of loyalty, of true faith, and ask her to do the same to you? I don't think so, actually. For two reasons. Number one, that was many, many years ago. Chain Gang has evolved. You have to see that. Not to say that Kay's gone soft in his old age, but come on. He used to be way more ruthless 6 years ago. Please. Oh my God, the way I talk to him nowadays, I'd be losing digits left and right. I have to point with my pinky. Anyways, there's that. And number two, listen, if Kay wants you dead, he's going to do it himself. That's how much you mean to him.
Mickey, where the yuck were you like a week ago? You know, if you were here a week ago, you would have helped me a lot.
You know, I like to think that I'm extremely inconvenient, problematic, annoying most of the time, but when people need me most, that's when I'm not around.
Yeah, yuck you for that. Ah. Okay, so, okay. Only real way to make it right, that I can make this right now, is just to not force her to remember, not just try to make her remember, but just have a new experience.
Exactly. Listen, I'm not really one to wax poetic about love, but I can speak on love for a moment. Albeit my only marriage that I ever had was to a cop that was married out of political convenience, and she's now trying to take all of my money out of my account in a divorce. So I'm having my personal assistant sleep with her to prove that she's being in. Was it?
What the?
Yeah,
what?
so it's a whole thing. I also have to try to convince people I'm straight. Anyways, so I might not be the best to speak of love, but true love, the deep love that I've seen flourish with people, including yourself and Raymond, That's the kind of thing that you'll love someone in a million different lifetimes. The kind of spark that it doesn't matter where you are in time or history, that you'll find each other. So, even when lost, you'll find each other again.
Mickey, thank you.
Of course. Now, do you finally see me as more than just a, quote, yucking gangbanger?
The same I said to Vinny? Yeah. I still know that you are 100% a filthy gangbanger, but I can see that there's more to you than that. Maybe you're right, too. I'm also a yucking gang member.
Damn.
I'm an honorary gang member.
That's known as a hang around, is the term they use.
No, Cups told me I'm an honorary gang member.
Street team.
Because- No, that's not gonna. Did you say street team? No. Cups told me I'm an honorary gangbanger because I was banging her. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that. What the? What a line.
Oh, God.